Are your parents, excuse me, are your parents proud of what you have achieved so far?
You answer that one first.
Oh, God.
I'd like to say yes.
Yes. I think our parents will be proud about their children as long as you're doing your best.
Maybe. I know my mum was. I was in college, I suppose, when she died. She wanted to see her children doing well. So maybe. I don't know.
Yes, absolutely.
And we're recently married and everything, so they're very happy with me at the moment.
Well, my dad doesn't really know me, but I think my mum is.
There's been a lot of challenges. Me being a single mother, it's hard. And I think my parents are quite proud of the fact that I can do it by myself.
I'm the first PhD in my family, so in my entire extended family. So they're very proud of that.
Yeah.
Me mum especially, she'd borne the ears off you. She'd tell anybody, she's always talking to people about me. I got an article published in Women's Way about 2 months ago and she was waving it around the job as if it was the tricolour.
Like, she'd always tell stories about how smart I was. Like, I was in primary school when the teachers was just like, she's away with the fair, she's not paying attention, all this. And my mum's like, oh, what work are you giving her? She goes, the same as everyone else. Like, she was doing that last year. You're not challenging her.
I did well enough in the Leaving Certs. I got 5-10 points, which was just enough to get me into a decent college. So they're happy now that I'm in education, I'm studying something I love, and that I have what appears to be a bright enough future ahead of me.
As a person, I'd probably be quite hard on myself, and I'd say, you know, what have I done to make you proud or whatever. But I think they probably would say yes. I would hope so.
Yeah.
Do your parents support you in your decisions? Yeah, they do, I think.
Ooh. Some decisions, yes. But there are some questionable ones that I've made that I didn't get an awful lot of support for.
Well, it depends on what decision it is. I mean, we don't always agree on everything, but obviously you have to have half and half.
They always warn me against getting tattoos and piercings. But being the rebellious teenager I decided to do it anyway.
My mum is quite a logical person, and I'm kind of more of an airy-fairy person who's like, yeah, I'll just, you know, I'll move away and everything will be perfect. And she'll kind of go, yeah, but what about childcare, and what happens if you get sick or if the baby gets sick?
With the house, I didn't know what my parents would say, because me and Sean, I think we were with each other maybe a month or two, and we secretly started saving for our house. They're extremely old-fashioned. Like, it's marriage, house, babies, all of that. They can't come before. And before I get serious with a guy, so I was like, oh, what are you going to say? But no, they supported me completely.
Well, I mean, I'll never forget the day that I was doing drag for Halloween, so I came down the stairs in tights and heels and a wig on my head. And it was just like, this happens all the time. Do you know what I mean? It's the usual. It's the norm. So yeah, they are very supportive, and I'm very aware that I can make rash decisions as well.
Have you ever smoked a joint with your parents? Oh my God, imagine.
No. African parents, oh my God, they'll kill you.
I think my parents, they don't know what joints means.
Have you ever smoked a joint with your parents? Not my parents, no.
No, we don't smoke with it. They don't either. Well, I hope they don't.
No, never. Like, I think, like, drugs, I should never touch them because they ruin your life.
Oh, I'm not into it in the first place already.
Yeah, I need to smoke with myself before I smoke with my parents. But yeah, no, I couldn't see it happening with my parents now.
I've known a lot of people that have had have gone through a lot of issues with drugs and stuff, so I've been around it enough to know that it's a bad decision.
Have you ever smoked a joint with your parents? No. Oh, that'd be gas crack though. My mum is funny enough when she's drunk. I have with my cousins though, which is great.
You'd have a drink with your parents. I don't think you get stoned with your parents.
Yeah, I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have got stoned with my parents. Have you ever got drunk with your parents?
Yes, many a time.
No. I never, but with your parents, yes.
Yeah, my parents. Yeah.
In Ireland, I suppose Irish people don't need an excuse to have a drink, so or parties and stuff like that.
Family occasions mainly. Weddings are a great place to have a few drinks with your parents.
Not with my dad, but with my mum plenty of times. Simply because it'll be a family do, and it's great, she just plies me with drink. It's like, you finished with that one yet? And I'll get you another one. I'm like, okay, ma. I'm not going to complain.
My family doesn't drink at all, and it's not something.
Yeah, my family
that
don't drink for religious reasons.
My family can't really take alcohols, but because we are allergic to it, like my face will get red and then my neck will get red. And then first 5 minutes I'm okay, but after 5 minutes I'll be like, I get dizzy. So I just have to sleep. So basically it's kind of like a sleeping tablets for me.
I suppose the only occasion I can think of that we would all been drinking, it was my own wedding. But we never get really drunk.
I've come in being very drunk and kind of been around them, but I don't think I've ever gotten really drunk with them. Just a little tipsy, maybe.
Do you talk about your relationships with your parents?
Like boyfriends and stuff.
No.
Yeah, we would. We do. Boys don't. No.
They wouldn't be like the first people I go to for relationship advice or anything like that, but I just tell them what they need to know, basically.
I haven't been in a relationship in a while myself, but I generally wouldn't. I wouldn't.
I do and I don't. Most things would say private between me and Sean, but I suppose if I needed my mum, I'd be chatting to her because she is like my best friend. We get on very well. Like,
my mum's great for having the opinion of that she should stay out of people's relationships.
I only came out before she passed away, in the summer before she passed away. So that was still a bit of an issue, so not too much.
I'm trying to talk to her a bit more. Like, I've been filling her in, I was like, well, I've got a date this time and this and that. And I was telling her some of the horror stories of some of the creeps I've met.
I'm from a very conservative family, so I think it won't go down very well. Because anything outside of marriage is not acceptable.
I suppose it's kind of one of the things that you try to avoid, those awkward conversations with your parents about relationships and things like that. It's just kind of territory you don't want to go into.
Are you Facebook friends?
Are you Facebook friends with your parents? No.
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 No, thankfully.
I was delighted when my parents joined Facebook.
Yes, it's a bad idea. My mum scolds me on Facebook. My dad shares everything.
One of the reasons why I probably don't post things as much as I did.
Recently deleted my dad. I'd only added him so that I could post a picture. That would just kind of make him think.
I'm friends with my grandmother on
Facebook. I was
Facebook.
going to say, my dad's mum is on Facebook and she is just hilarious. She comments on
everything.
Neither of my parents are on Facebook. They absolutely hate it. You know, so much kind of trash being talked on it, and so much kind of empty content on it that they wouldn't really have time for it.
My dad actually addressed Facebook as Twitter book at one point. He told people that I was winding them up about an email. I told him I set up an email address for him. He says, I don't do email, Facebook or Twitter book, he says.